Sanya is the southernmost city on Hainan Island, giving it the perfect tropical climate for our Miss World contestants to enjoy the sun here at the Mangrove Tree Resort World in China. Let's see if things heat up in today's episode of the Miss World Head-to-Head Challenge. Today we have South Africa, Venezuela, Sierra Leone, Finland, Wales, and Latvia. So are you guys nervous or excited?
Excited.
A bit of both.
Bit of both?
Yeah.
Okay, well, nervous or not, it's time to begin the head-to-head challenge. And here's how things work. You will all be sharing a video presentation with our viewers, and then it's time for the final question. And the viewers will decide which one of you moves on, and voting opens after the video presentations. So let's begin with our first contestant. She comes from South Africa.
Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the child of a farm worker can become the president of a great nation." What Nelson Mandela did for our country made the idea of following one's dreams a reality. My South Africa is a beautiful country known for the rich culture and diversity. My people love and embrace each other as a rainbow nation with humility, ubuntu, as the core principle they live by. My name is Tulisa Kei. I grew up in Mdantsane in the Eastern Cape, which is the second largest township in South Africa. I was raised in a loving home by both my parents. I had always wanted to be an accountant and pursued my studies under very difficult circumstances. I graduated with a BCom Accounting and PGDA from the University of Cape Town. When you come from a township, there are many challenges that need to be overcome in order to succeed. It was the combination of my family's sacrifices, coupled with the hard work I had put in, that allowed me to change my future. Who knows what the future holds, but I'm excited to grasp the opportunities both for myself and my country.
South Africa, tell us more about what it means to come from a township and a bit about that journey.
Townships in South Africa are normally characterized by high rates of unemployment, teenage pregnancy and crime. And because of this background, a lot of people feel that there are limitations to their dreams and what they can achieve. And they feel that some things are out of their reach. But growing up, I never had limitations because my parents taught me that I should never be a victim of my circumstances. And that is because we believed in the power of education, and we believed that, education is a sustainable vehicle that can, better your life. So I rose above my circumstances through education, and, being from a township actually instilled a lot of incredible work ethic in me, and it shaped me into the person that I am today, which is why it's very important for me to be at Miss World and to represent my country on a global platform. It gives hope to those people that have a similar circumstance and similar background to mine, and it allows them to see an example of what education and self-development can do for a person, and most importantly, it just allows them to rise above their own circumstances, to chase their dreams, and to change the trajectory of their lives.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, South Africa. I'm sure you're inspiring people in the townships and probably people around the world.
Thank you.
Our next contestant is Venezuela.
Hola, soy Veruska Ljubisavljevic y represento a Venezuela en este Miss Mundo 2018. Me crié en una familia muy cercana a Dios, y es por esto que me gustaría trabajar algún tipo de voluntariado en el cual se refuercen los valores religiosos y se alimente la fe de las personas en la sociedad. Desde mi participación en el Miss Venezuela pude conocer muchas realidades muy difíciles de afrontar, y fue cuando me di cuenta de que no siempre se puede salir adelante estando solo, sino que se requiere de ayuda. Cuando empecé en este mundo lo hice simplemente por experimentar, por probar, por ver cómo me iba, pero en el camino me fui enamorando de este lindo trabajo. Me di cuenta de que conlleva muchísimas responsabilidades, y además de esto puede ser un ejemplo a seguir para muchas personas. Me gustaría muchísimo ganarme la corona del Miss Mundo porque sería una gran alegría para mi país, y además me daría la oportunidad de seguir trabajando muchos tipos de labores sociales en donde pueda ayudar a personas y comunidades que realmente lo necesitan.
So Venezuela, in your video, you're seen doing so many different activities, so much work helping people. Can you tell us more about what you were doing in the video?
Ok, mi país lamentablemente en este momento presenta muchas problemáticas sociales y es por eso que trabajé con distintas fundaciones y asociaciones sin fines de lucro para poder ayudar a las personas que más lo necesitan. Y para mí en este momento no hay ninguna problemática que sea mayor o más importante que ninguna otra. Existen muchas personas en mi país hoy día que están pasando momentos duros, momentos muy difíciles, sobre todo los niños, quienes no tienen la culpa de lo que hacen los adultos y las consecuencias han sido muy graves y es por esto que decidí sumarme a varias actividades de labor social y como dije al principio, ninguna es más importante que la otra, así que cualquier causa en la cual yo pueda ayudar, aportar y participar con mi voz y mi imagen como Miss, que el Miss es una tradición muy importante para mi país, yo siempre lo voy a hacer. Inclusive luego de que termine esta etapa de mi vida, quiero seguir aportando a estas fundaciones con las que trabajo y lo hago desde aquí, desde el corazón, para mi país, que es lo más importante, de donde vengo, donde nací y a donde pertenezco.
Thank you so much for your work, Venezuela. Next, it's time for the world to meet Sierra Leone.
Hello everyone, I am Sarah Laura Toka and I am representing the land of high hills, magnificent mountains, beautiful islands, awesome beaches, a wealth of natural resources, and the most hospitable people, Sierra Leone. I am 24 years old and a mass communication student at the Farabe College, University of Sierra Leone. Dancing brings out the inner joy in me, and public speaking makes me express myself in diverse ways. Hoping to see you all in Sanya, China for the Miss World 2018 beauty pageant on the 8th of December.
Sierra Leone, what have you done for your platform as a public speaker?
As a public speaker, I have worked on myself, my self-confidence and self-respect and self-esteem as a victim of abuse. And I have done likewise in the lives of other young girls and young women in my country. And I have been visiting schools as a public speaker, creating sensitization and awareness, obviously, on domestic violence and abuse. And I have been advocating for them on every platform that I get, on any opportunity that I get. And also, I have been able to get the government on my side, working and cooperating with me, working on my platform, and on my foundation as well. I have a foundation for domestic violence and abused victims. And I have been able to convince men to believe in working side by side with women in my country as well.
That's amazing. And it just shows the power of public speaking and the power of your voice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next contestant comes from Finland.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. I'm 23 years old and I come from the land of beautiful nature and where Santa Claus and angry birds are coming from, Finland. My home country is known for excellent education systems and gender equality. It's been my privilege to be part of that success story. For me, early years of life are important, shaping the destiny of our lives. Close to my heart are children and their happiness. I've done my share of volunteer work making young kids smile. Education is where I feel we can work together for common goals. It is easier to grow strong kids than to repair a broken adult. Children are the future. I'm lucky to be working as a bridal consultant, helping to create dreams come true for couples getting ready for the most important moment of their life. Bringing happiness is important for us all. For me, being the next Miss World is all about working for good causes. It will be the greatest honor to continue the legacy of previous Miss Worlds.
Finland, tell us more about being a bridal consultant and what you love about this job.
I love my job because every day I get to meet these amazing people who are full of hope that they're going to find the missing piece of their wedding from our shop. And it's my privilege to be part of their journey, and they're trying to find a dress which may be given from generations to generations in the future. And they give me so much joy when I see that they actually are happy that they're getting closer to the most important day of their lives. A dress may seem just a dress to some people, but to me it's a symbol of hope, love and happiness, and it's a symbol of respect and endless love, and that's what we all need in life. And we all need a little bit magic, and that's what we're here to try to provide for.
Thank you, Finland. It's a very exciting and unique career.
It is.
Our next contestant is from Wales.
Hello, Shemai. My name's Bethany Harris. I'm 20 years old and I will be representing Wales at Miss World 2018. I'm so grateful to take part in this fantastic event, to meet all the other contestants, learn about their cultures and beliefs, whilst also helping others through beauty with a purpose. Family is so important to me, and I'm so lucky to have a loving family that have taught me to treat others the way I would like to be treated myself, and this is something I strongly believe in. I love being with my friends and family and not forgetting my dog Harley. I love taking him on walks and exploring the countryside with him. I hope to influence young people to reach for their dreams, because anything is possible when you put your mind to it. And being an ambassador for Wales is definitely a dream of mine. I'm so honoured to be representing my beautiful country Wales at Miss World this December. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, diolch, and see you in China.
Wales, tell us more about your family and why you love them so much.
Well, I still live at home with my family. I have my mum, my dad, my two younger sisters, and of course my little dog Harley. My parents have always taught me and my sisters to treat others the way we would like to be treated ourselves, and this is something I strongly believe in, and I really appreciate that they have taught us that. And not only are my parents a huge inspiration to me, but my sisters are as well, because they've taught me to love unconditionally, even though we get on each other's nerves sometimes. So yeah. It's such a big part of my life,
Is anyone coming to the finale?
Yes, I have my mum, my sister, my nan, my auntie, and my boyfriend as well.
Great. Well, we hope to meet them all.
Thank you.
And our final contestant of Group 3 is from Latvia.
My name is Daniela, and I'm proud to represent my majestic country, Latvia, which is going to celebrate its 100th year of independence. Latvia is one of the greenest places in Europe, with 54% of its entire area covered in forests, which really makes me happy, as I frequently go on walks and runs to work out and enjoy the nature here. I also hold a strong passion for music. Growing up, I attended the music school, where I learned to play the saxophone and piano. I'm currently in the final year of my undergraduate degree in political science and international relations. In high school, I had a great ambition to improve the medical industry, since I was familiar with the issues people are facing worldwide, and it is difficult for some of them to afford medical health care. Around 400 million people don't have access to simple health care at all. I was able to gather this knowledge due to the vast resources available in the National Library of Latvia. Therefore, I pursued a project in biomedical engineering. It won the first place in Latvia, and together with my teammate, we were allowed to represent Latvia at the Young Scientist Contest in Brussels. We were invited to present this project in Intel ISEF in Los Angeles. I have always believed that if you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Latvia, why did you choose political science and international relations?
Thank you for your question. You know, I have always had this interest in global affairs worldwide. So at some point I just realized that there aren't so many female leaders in this field. And I thought that it's time to change that. In fact, only 23% of all world politicians are female. And you know, female are more compassionate, we are more willing to compromise, we are more empathetic, and we are great role models for children. So my main purpose for studying political science and international relations is to prove everyone that women can be great leaders, listeners, collaborators, and motivate others by their actions.
And do you hope to lead Latvia one day?
I do hope so.
Well, good luck, Latvia, and congratulations, contestants. That concludes the video presentations, and it's now time for the public to decide who they want to move on to round 2. And there are 4 ways to vote. You can like the contestants' official Miss World Facebook page, vote for them on the Miss World website, like and follow them on MobStar, or in China on Model Power Live. It's time for the final question. Now, the contestants were given the question before the show. I'll read the question one more time, and you'll each have 30 seconds to answer. Latvia, you'll go first. What do you think is the biggest thing that separates you from the other contestants?
Thank you. So at the age of 15, I started developing my own startup in biomedical engineering, and I designed a fabric which would record people's movement and send data to doctors. In this way, more people can access the expensive rehabilitation process and even continue it at their homes, and it opens new possibilities and opportunities for people who are facing such diseases as Parkinson and cerebral palsy. You know, in fact, only in China there are 1.7 million people who are suffering from Parkinson's disease and more than 1 million children who has cerebral palsy. And I have won the first place in Latvia's scientific project contest. I have went with this project to European Union Young Scientist Contest in Brussels, where I was noticed by Intel, and they invited me to present my startup in Los Angeles. And in that particular event, actually NASA expressed interest in my design because they saw the opportunity to incorporate it in their work. So I strongly believe that it makes me differ a bit from other contestants, and I have always believed that if there's something you really believe and you can dream it, then you can definitely achieve it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Latvia. Next we have Wales. What do you think is the biggest thing that separates you from the other contestants?
I think one of the most amazing things about Miss World is that it brings all the nations together from every corner. Each and every one of us is unique from our different cultures, beliefs, experiences. But I find that our differences are something that we all have in common as well, and that's to be role models with the opportunity to influence young women to reach for their dreams. Of course, we can all do this, but what makes it different is the fact that we all have our own personal experiences to deliver this message. So I think that's really important, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things that the Miss World organisation has to offer.
Thank you, Wales. Finland. What do you think is the biggest thing that separates you from the other contestants?
My dad is actually one of my biggest inspirations, and he always taught me to work hard on my dreams, and nothing comes to you on a silver platter. So that's where I get it from. I learned to go for my dreams, and I also, from the early age, I've been also taught to love and take care of others. And like they also said, we are here for all the same reasons, different backgrounds, and we're all amazing in a different way. Thank you.
Thank you, Finland. Sierra Leone, what do you think is the biggest thing that separates you from the other contestants?
I think the biggest thing that separates me from other contestants is my resilience and courage to still go on in life and be able to touch other girls who have been abused just like me, who are victims as well. And having lost my mom at the age of 12, I found myself in a situation where I had to grow up raising my two little sisters because we lived with our dad and he went to work from like 7 to 7, so he hardly had time. So that made me so mature. I felt like a mother. Now they're grown into incredible women. And I feel so touched, and it gives me great joy to touch more lives, especially the lives of women. And so I feel the strength I have gathered from all of my experience, and with the will that I have to go on and to do all of this in the lives of people, especially people who depend on this, people who depend on me, with the fear to disappoint them and not be there for them. It gives me great courage, and I feel that is what makes me different from other contestants.
Thank you, Sierra Leone. Venezuela. What do you think is the biggest thing that separates you from the other contestants?
Es muy difícil responder esa pregunta porque al ver tantas historias de tantas chicas que han pasado momentos tan difíciles y situaciones tan adversas y han podido superarse ante la vida, como yo digo que tengo algo distinto a ellas, una cualidad diferente a ellas, pero creo que sería, lo digo de verdad desde el corazón, creo que sería la capacidad de, número uno, no quejarme. Mi mamá me enseñó que ante la vida no debes de quejarte nunca de ninguna situación. Por ejemplo, si estás aquí, no debes quejarte de que si hace calor o te molestan los tacones o de que extrañas algo de tu país o de que extrañas tu comida o de que extrañas alguna de tus costumbres. Quejarse creo que está mal ante la vida, porque la vida te regala momentos y te regala cosas maravillosas, y cuando te quejas estás yendo como que en contra de esa buena energía y esas cosas buenas que te regala esta vida maravillosa. Y no solo eso, sino que creo que también me enseñaron en mi familia a ser muy positiva. Creo que ser positivo es una manera de enfrentar los momentos difíciles y los momentos adversos y salir adelante. No sé por qué, pero funciona. Ser positivo funciona de alguna manera y creo que eso es algo que me caracteriza y estoy muy orgullosa de ello.
Thank you, Venezuela. And finally, South Africa. What do you think is the biggest thing that separates you from the other contestants?
I grew up in the new democratic South Africa, full of opportunities, and now I have the ability to work hard and go after my dreams and create my own destiny. But that was not the case for my parents, and I understand that not everyone has access to these opportunities, so I don't take anything for granted. So I believe that everything that I've been through has, led me to this point, and it has, strengthened my passion to serve, and it has led me to this journey. Yes.
Thank you, South Africa.
Thank you.
And I think we should all do a group sigh of relief. Well done, ladies. Unfortunately, only one of them can move on to the second round, and that will be determined by you. And there are 4 ways to vote: liking the contestants' official Miss World Facebook pages, following and liking their content on MobStar, voting for them on the Miss World website, and in China on Model Power Live. We're here at the Mango Tree Resort World, and from all of us, goodbye.
Bye.